Welcome back to the Giant Rugby League Show, episode 4 today. Today we'll be covering issues in the Championship. Looking forward to Super League Round 1, and we will also be looking at Huddersfield Giants' big test in France. Welcome back, Nathan. How's the week been?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. Missed the Giants game on Friday, which I'm absolutely gutted about.
Yeah.
No podcast to keep us busy, so
that's true. Nice.
glad to be back in the hot seat. Just wanted to mention we're really grateful for the support that we've had so far with the podcast. We've had quite a few fans reach out, comment, love it. If you have got anything positive or negative to say, just throw it into the comments because we really do appreciate it. And yeah, let's get cracking.
Yeah, definitely. All support is definitely appreciated, whether it's good or bad. And definitely like and subscribe on YouTube. Definitely supports the show. So first segment today, we'll kind of look at obviously the news that's come out this week with Halifax. Just another club that's looking like it's in trouble, along with a lot of other clubs in the Championship at the moment. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I'm gutted, to be honest with you. Obviously, it's got a rich history as Halifax Rugby League, and it's just not good for the game in any way, shape, or form. Before the news broke, obviously, I'd spoke to you on the phone, and just to let the viewers know what we're talking about, is I was mentioning to Jordan that how poor I thought the Championship was, taking the teams out that you've put into the Super League. I understand the expansion plans for the Super League and how we were looking to do that. I just don't know if it's left us a hole in the Championship. Before the news even broke about Halifax, I was thinking that competition's not very strong. You've got London who are ploughing the money in. Salford are obviously, looking to...
Yeah, but I don't think they're getting the full money, are they? Because they've taken so long to kind of rebrand.
Yeah.
I don't think they're getting as much money as a lot of the Championship clubs are.
Yeah, I mean, their squad's nowhere near anywhere remotely. What really shone out for me this weekend is that there were a lot of Challenge Cup games, obviously, us being one of them against Hunslet. A lot of teams do some blowout scorelines. It just shows the gulf in class between the two divisions, and it's a bit of a sad state to see because apart from the London-Bradford game, and no disrespect here, but they were two Championship teams last year. That was the only game that were really close.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just it's sad to see, and I just feel like the money's just withering, and so is the strength of the competition, and it damages everyone because your Super League players want to be going down there and playing on loan, and they want to be in front of crowds, and we need clubs like Halifax, Salford, the Sheffields, people like that to have a really strong team and help us boost, obviously, the league coming up above.
Yeah, well, Halifax had a strong year last year as well, didn't they?
Yeah.
They had a decent year, so it's you'd say kind of Halifax is kind of one of the top clubs in the Championship, and kind of for that club now to be looking at where's it going to go from there, it's worrying big time. I just think there's obviously the Super League clubs get a lot of the money, TV rights and stuff like that, but it's just not filtering down to all really now, I think. And I think it just kind of needs to be looked at moving forward.
We definitely need some sort of support there for the Championship clubs because, we need to grow the game. And obviously, having a stronger Championship does help that. It means there's more competition for places in the Super League. But, yeah, I'm not so sure that pulling the three best teams, well, they weren't necessarily the three best teams, but pulling three teams out of there from last year and shoving them into the Super League, I don't necessarily think that's helped the cause lower down. So yeah, I mean, I just hope that someone comes in for Halifax because it'd be a real shame. I mean, they've had some real history within the competition. Obviously, been a Super League team before, and it'd just be awful to see them go out. So good for the fans, the players, and obviously directors, and fingers crossed something comes through for them to get
strange position for players to be in now as well. Like players won't know what's going on. Well, you kind of everything's just up in the air, isn't it?
It's just awful, and some of them players obviously will have other jobs, but will still rely on the money that they're getting from playing rugby. So just fingers crossed that situation gets sorted out.
Yeah,
as soon as possible. To be honest, and
fingers crossed everything gets sorted out at Halifax. Moving on now, obviously, Giants great win, 52-6, a lot easier than this time last year. Good to see there were a lot of fans that actually made it over, which was good to see. It was good to be at the game. Good to chat to a few people as well who've kind of watched the podcast as well. Carwell Armour were nice and loud in force as well. So yeah, I think it just shows how far the club's come in the last 12 months. Last year we went there, low on numbers, struggled to get the win.
Straight through, didn't we?
Yeah, straight through. So I think hopefully, there is a real buzz around the Giants at the moment from people within the Giants and supporters. So hopefully, yeah, it's gonna kick on now.
Yeah, obviously, I didn't go to the game. You went across. I'm just keen to hear. I've watched a little bit of the highlights I've seen. Obviously, you don't always pick up the same as when you're in there as a person. What did you pick up from the game that were your key points, and what did you enjoy? Is there what's the optimism for the season?
Yeah, because to be honest, I've been quite sceptical about this whole Gagai and Swift at centre and wing partnership. But if I'm being honest, after watching the first 20 minutes of the game, I don't know what I didn't think. You don't expect a kind of a winger or slash fullback to put on a lot of pace over the close season, but Gagai just looked absolutely electric. Like he was miles quicker than anybody else on that park. Every time he picked up the ball, and him and Swift looked like they've built up a real good partnership in pre-season. So they've obviously been working very closely together. Yeah, and obviously I didn't put Swift in my team, to be honest. And after
looking good, that prediction now, isn't it?
That prediction's gone out the window.
Did you have Gagai on wing?
I had Gagai on wing.
Yeah.
No, I had Evold on the wing.
Even worse call.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Swift, he looked like he wanted a lot of ball, a lot of carries coming out of our own half, wanted to get on it, and it looked really good. So I think the whole Gagai and Swift is going to be something to get excited about, and I think we'll score a lot of points down that side.
What did you think of the other new signings that we had? Obviously, we had O'Donnell out, Patel out.
Yeah, I think
Cozza got some game time right at the end, if I'm correct.
Yeah, Cozza got. I think he had the last 15, 20 minutes. I'm a bit unsure, to be honest, how Cozza's going to get used. I think he's probably going to be that Ashton Golden type player where he's going to be on the bench and kind of he can cover a few positions. If Wolfen needs a rest, he can go on and cover 9. But I think. Obviously, it was against Hunslet, so you don't really. The players are getting the minutes, but they're not getting the impact in the tackles, and they're not defending as much as they're going to in the Super League. So I think it's quite hard to see where he was going to go in. But Patolo and O'Donnell, they looked good. I mean, the ground looked very heavy, so I think as much as the forwards tried to get going, I think it did feel quite slow in the forward areas. But I think that's probably more due to it was raining, windy. It was boggy. He just
first run out was like the first proper competitive run out.
Absolutely, yeah. And to be fair, I think up until probably the 60th minute mark, I think that's when we started to tail off a little bit and errors started to sneak in. But the first 50, 60 minutes, yeah, against lower league opposition, but we looked strong and we looked good. Another player as well, Joe Greenwood. I mean, last year I thought he was probably our best player for the season when he played. I think he stood out. And again, he played in a couple of positions on Friday, and again, he just gets that ball and he goes in, and he's always reliable in defence. So I think we've got some good things out of that Challenge Cup game. Obviously, it's probably more of a friendly, with kind of how it's come in, but I think there's some real good positives out of that.
I think for me the most important thing about this pre-season is we haven't lost. We haven't been shipping a load of tries at Matchday. So that, for me, tells us that what we've been doing in pre-season has worked. So, obviously, whereas this time last year, we're scraping through games, we're getting beat in pre-season, we're really struggling. That's changed this year. So I feel like the players going into that first game next week, they're going to have a bit of a buzz about, and they're going to be like, you know what, lads, we've had a fucking storming pre-season here. Let's just go kick on now. And
I think there'll definitely be a spring in everybody's step, definitely.
And obviously, Catalan, I mean, I've picked them to be a strong game. But I mean, we'll touch it obviously in a little bit going forward. But I'm really, really excited for that first game. Be tuned in on Sky Sports on Friday night, and fingers crossed we'll go.
Yeah, and to be fair, obviously, Catalan, it's somewhere where we touch wood. We never seem to do too bad in Catalan.
Do you know what as well? Going this time of year is absolute, like, good time to go, because usually Catalan take a little bit of time to get going, and also they tend to have a strong summer months when the heat's there, and obviously it becomes a little bit more of an advantage for them. But playing them in February in their place, I don't think it's a big bad time to play them at all.
No.
Especially because, you know, like what we've said about us is that we've done really well in the fact that we've got a lot of players from last season, so the combinations know each other mainly. There's a few odd signings here or there, but our team know each other. Whereas they've got a lot of new players to come in, so it'll be interesting to see. I think they might take a couple of games to get ticking. And I think we might have them at the right time.
Yeah, we look like a very close group. I mean, you can tell from following some of the players on social media, they look off the field as well. They seem to do a lot together, and they seem very close with a lot of the players. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think this pre-season could have gone any better for Giants than it has done, to be honest.
No, I know probably a lot of that from what sounds is of the new strength and conditioning coach as well.
Yeah.
I think we've mentioned that previously, haven't we? But I'm confident that we're in a good position.
Every interview that any player's given, that's been kind of one of their standouts. And a lot of the players as well, when they've given interviews, in terms of what they're saying is, what do you think our best signing is? Yeah, so I think obviously, I think there's real positives from this pre-season. Yeah, so we'll move on now. So we're kind of going to go through a game-by-game prediction. What we're going to do is we're going to tally the points up at the end of every show. At the end of every weekend when the results are in. We'll have a little mini league and we'll see who knows more about it.
Hey, there's always going to be one winner in there.
So yeah, Thursday night, York against Hull KR.
This will be a short one, won't it?
Yeah.
We'll both go Hull KR here. York, dual promoter side, coming against last year's champions.
Yeah, there's only
one winner in there.
Yeah, that's why I've got half a mark in my dream too. Catalans Huddersfield.
Huddersfield.
Yeah, definitely. After what we've just said, obviously Catalan starting slow. We're striding into this game. I definitely think we'll be on that plane going, let's go.
I think there'll be a lot of excitement. The clubs, everyone's underestimating us this year.
Yes, including people at Rugby League.
Yeah, I know. But has that guy ever watched? Is that just a shout out? I can't remember the name, and we'll find it for next week's episode. But have you ever watched a game of Rugby League? Playing Giants as 14th from Bradford 10th. I want to know a bit of what he's been having to since the losing, mate, honestly.
I think whoever's employing him, I'd be looking at his contract.
Yeah, exactly.
To watch some rugby.
And do you know what, mate? If you want to reach out, just send us a message, because you are. Yeah, but I won't be going anymore. But
yeah. Another one Friday, Warrington Saints. Big game. That should be a good game. That.
Big game for me. St Helens. We've obviously done a tip and we both put Warrington to be outside the 6, didn't we?
Yeah.
When you look at their 1 to 13 and then a little bit below, they have got a strong side.
Yeah.
They have got a strong side. When I was doing Dream Team, you were laughing at me, so I put a few players in. I don't know whether they might be dark horses. I don't think they beat Saints. I think Saints would be too strong for them. And that's who I'd go for this week. But I'm definitely curious I'm excited to watch it. So A, I think it'll be a good game. And B, I want to see what Warrington come up with this year, because Burgess under pressure. What's they got? I want to see it. I want to know what they've got.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, it's hard to look past Saints in this game, and I am looking forward to watching it. I'm interested to see the whole Hastings Sailor link up.
Yeah,
I'm interested to see how that forms. So I do think obviously Hastings he's got a bit of a point to prove. I think now he's come back. I think he'll want to prove a few people wrong. So I think he is thinking there's a few people that are doubting now. And not every club wanted to go and get him. Saints and Rowley obviously wanted him. So it will be interesting to see how he gets on.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, Rowley worked at Salford and the Man of Steel when he was at Salford.
Yeah.
So he knows how to get the best out of him. So it'll be very, very interesting, because the Wigan move didn't really work out for him. when he's been obviously back down under, he's had a couple of clubs, he's struggled to get there. If there's anyone who's going to make it work, it's going to be Paul Rowley in it. So
Yeah.
let's look forward to that one on Friday night.
Yeah, and then another one on Friday, Lee Leopards against Leeds Rhinos. I'm going Lee on that.
I'm going to go against you because I've tipped Leeds to it. Leeds.
Yeah,
So I'm going to have to go with Leeds. I've just got a feeling Lee aren't going to go as well as what everyone thinks.
Yeah.
And that's my reasoning for it. I think Leeds will be up for it. Brad Arthur, we know what it's like. They'll be well organised.
I do think Leeds will finish higher than Lee. But I think Lee will win this game because I think Leeds there's a few injury concerns. So like Alevski, I think he's an out, which he's going to be a big miss. Him not playing. Sivo, it's something I know that he's going to be playing now. So I just think there's a few injury concerns at Leeds, and I think with Lee being at home, Friday night game, first round, I just think they're probably going to pop it.
One thing Will says that with it being the first round, the results are probably going to be a bit. It could go either way anyway.
There'll be a couple of surprises.
There'll be some poor games this weekend. There'll be some games where there's lots of mistakes. It's real cagey. Everyone wants to get that first win on the board as they can. So yeah, like you said, flip of a coin really with that one. But I'm going Leeds, so you go Leeds.
Yeah, perfect. Saturday we've got Hull against Bradford. Hull without doubt on that one.
Hull FC, yeah. Super League back at Odsall, so Bradford fans will be happy. Obviously, they'll be buzzing about that. But what we've touched on recent podcasts, I don't think they've got. That's a squad where it's going to be like touch and go to whether it's a proper Super League standard squad against a team which you're thinking, holy shit, they've had some power players here.
Yeah.
So what we're already a good team. They've got a point to prove this year because obviously they for me they half lost it in the back end last season, missing out on that playoffs. The position were theirs and they kind of let it slip.
Yeah.
So they've got a point to prove. So yeah, for me.
They need to build on last year, don't they?
Yeah, they've
gone out and they've got more players in. The forwards are absolutely stacked. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see
how we fit them all in.
Yeah, how we fit them all in, how their bench is going to line up.
I think Liam Knight's out, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they could have a serious impact bench.
Oh yeah, I mean, Lasoni, when he came on for Leeds last year against us, he's Skittles players, and I mean, he will go up against anyone. Yeah. Phenomenal player, great impact sub, but like that's not even one of their biggest. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, for me, Hull FC take that, and I think they'll.
And it's at Hull FC, right?
I think they need to put a couple of points on. I think they need to say, look, we're here. That's their chance now to lay a mark and say, this is what we're going to be about this year. Look at us for Super League.
Again, another new Hearts partnership as well, so it'll be interesting to see how that gets on as well.
Yeah.
Wakefield at home to Toulouse.
Wakey.
Yeah, it's a Wakey winning ace. I think he's going to be all down to the Leeds games. Yeah, I mean, I can't see Wakey. I think Toulouse will probably can't seem to go into many teams away and winning. I think where they will pick up the points.
When
people have travelled at home, when people have travelled. But yeah, I can't see him winning many away games. But I do think it'll be interesting to watch them and see how they get on in this first round because. If I'm being honest, I didn't really see any of them last year in the Championship. So
no, I didn't catch much of them, to be honest. And obviously, like we've mentioned before, they haven't really made any signings. Wakey have added some proper class to them, and they've got to follow one last year. There's a lot of talk around them, and it'll be interesting to see how they handle the pressure. Because when they came up last year, obviously they were a new entity. They had a good squad, but no one expected them to do as well as what they did. Whereas this year, they're going in and people are saying they could be fourth, they could be third. Everyone is expecting that level of quality from Wakefield this year.
Yeah.
So will that pressure bear on the players' shoulders a little bit more because they never had that before?
No,
so it'll be interesting to see how they get on there.
And everybody's seen them play for a year, haven't they? So now they're going to work them out a little bit more. And then last game, Sunday, we've got Castleford Tigers at home to Wigan.
Yeah, Wigan.
I'd say Cass win that into I've gone Wigan on that one.
They need a start at season because obviously this for them, they played Hull in pre-season and were very poor. And Matt Peake came out and basically said before their Challenge Cup game, we need to right the wrongs of last week. And there's a lot of pressure on them boys to start well this year. So, yeah, I think Wigan, but I don't think it'll be by much, because I hate to say it, but Casson, they've got some bulldozers. They have made some good signings. Honestly, we've predicted they're going to struggle to gel and stuff, but don't know. I think they'll be beating teams this year. Well,
it's not an easy place to go, is it?
No, it's confined space. It's a good stadium to go to for atmosphere and everything like that. So, yeah, for me, I think it'll do Wigan, but not by what people think. I don't think they'll run away with it, especially first year of the season. Everyone's a bit rusted. There'll be a lot of spill ball. Weather's shit as well. So I think a lot of the scores this weekend just on that will be quite.
Yeah, I can't see any team really winning by 20, 30 points. I just don't think it's the weather and first round. I just can't see that happening at all.
Yeah, you just be about getting going, getting some points on board, and obviously that's the most important thing, getting 2 points on the board.
Yeah,
for every team.
100%. Yeah, so we'll just focus a bit more now on the Giants away at Catalan. So, what are you looking forward to? Obviously, you didn't go on Friday, so what are you kind of looking forward to watching on TV on Friday? What are you looking at seeing from?
Well, looking forward to seeing us on TV. Just I've missed it when the Super League season on. You know what I mean? Walking around my house, because football's just shit. I can't watch it.
Yeah.
I used to obviously like football, but I've lost all the interest for it. So obviously my passion is going to the games. I love being down there. So first of all, just happy to have it back. But then I'm really excited just to see how we get on. Hopefully not the disappointment. And I don't think it will be that we've had in previous seasons. I think it's going to be a real positive start to the season. And if we can get 2 points on the board on Friday, what better way to start the season? Do you know what I mean? I'm excited to see. I'll slow down still. I can get excited already. I'm
just talking about Giants getting excited.
I'm excited to see the new signings. Obviously, I've not seen them, so when you see them on TV, I'm excited to see that, and I just want to see how much we've changed from last year. What's going to be different? Are we going to be a bit more? We've always been good in defence. We've always done well in defence. We muscle up. We don't really get bullied by teams.
Yeah,
it's more slack defence. We don't get bullied by teams. But for me, the attack. Luke Robinson was a half. You know what I mean? He was a flair player, very quick hooker, scrum half, made stuff happen with the ball going forward. And I want to see him bring that attack in now. So obviously he's got more of the players that he wants in there to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So that's the main thing I want to see. I want to see us working the ball, being a bit deeper in attack, because we, for the last 3 or 4 seasons, we're so guilty. We're flat, standing up, one up. We never have anything out the back. Every time we try to whip it out, there's no real pace to it. We're getting caught. We score a lot of kicks, which you want to be busting teams through. If you want to be getting to the playoffs and Challenge Cup finals and things like that, you need to be able to break a team down by cutting through and breaking through the middle, scoring on the edges. And yeah, I'd love to see us this year have a bit of an attack to watch, because if we're playing some nice brand of footy, it'll get the people down to the stadium. And that's what I'm hoping for this year, so that we can start getting them crowds back up and we can have a bit of belief around it, because, we've got so much going for us as a club. We've got a very, very strong squad. Yeah, the stadium's big, but it's still a great pitch to play on. If we get a couple more thousand people there, the atmosphere will really, really ramp up.
Definitely.
So yeah, that's what I'm excited for. And I said, what about yourself? You've seen us in action, so
yeah. I mean, one thing which probably people aren't really even thinking about, I think I'm looking forward to seeing Tyne Milne, to be honest. I think this year, because I think obviously last year, first year over here, we were a bit stripped back on numbers. I don't think he really had the space they were hoping for, because there were a lot of carries that he probably didn't want to do, and obviously he did. I think it was the most offloads in Super League. For a team that struggled all year, I don't think that's a bad start at all. But I think this year, hopefully, Chris will be on the front foot a bit more. So these offloads will be in a lot more dangerous positions.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that. I mean, there was a bit of a training ground move between Milne and Flanagan on Friday night, which you could see they'd worked on. And Hunsel they just stood there as if to say, where the hell's that just come from? So yeah, I mean, stuff like that, little partnerships building. I'm interested to see what happens with the fullback position. Mr. Flanagan played, who were kicking as well. When you've got Ollie Russell on the pitch, who looks like he's going to be playing with, looks like a potential injury to Clun for a few weeks. Flanagan were kicking and Russell wasn't kicking. So that kind of made me think, well, Flanagan's probably going to be kicking this weekend. But then he went off injured with 20 minutes to go. Apparently it was cramp, which isn't something you want to be suffering when you're kicking goals and stuff like that, and especially the fullback, because you need that pace about you. So I'm just interested to see who plays there, whether Eccles is fit and ready to go, we don't know, or whether he has picked up a little knock, and that's why I didn't play on Friday. I'm unsure. So I'm just interested to see how we're going to look as a squad. Who's going to kind of be that covering position on the bench? Is it going to be Cosler that's going to cover a few positions, or is Flanagan going to sit on the bench and cover some positions? So I think there is 2 or 3 things up in the air, and I'm just excited to see what's to come, really.
Yeah, no, I agree, and obviously, yeah, we'll look forward to it and hopefully have a good weekend. Is there anything else we've got to cover?
No, that's it. That's kind of everything covered today. Obviously, thank everybody for the support so far on the show. Don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube, because that's kind of where we definitely need the support. And enjoy your rugby this weekend. It's first round of Super League, and let's see what happens. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, and have a great weekend.
Cheers.